Oh, hell no. She's every white woman's abusive. Oh my goodness. This woman's quirk is fly swatter, which is beat your ass. Oh, hell no, man. So across all of My Hero Academia, whether we include Vigilantes or just the main show, there's been some threats. I mean, hell, in this episode, they turned a little house cat into a bus ride of monstrosity that honestly reminded me of Persona, and I quite enjoyed it. But look at Shigaraki. The world-ending domination apocalypse speaks for itself. And you may want to say, well, that has to be the craziest thing we've dealt with. Like, that is the top tier villain. And up to this episode, I would have agreed. But, a mother who can hit wherever she wants. You could be in the kitchen and she says, son, bring me that cup. And if you don't hear it, she just comes in. You would not be able to escape her wrath. And to be fair, I'm not going to say she's like completely abusive, but she's teeter-tottering on the line of abusive motherhood. And oh boy golly, I am thinking of so many boomers that I know that if they had the ability catch these hands, they would have been the top tier villain. And while maybe technically the Crueller's mother hasn't rose into the role of pure villainhood, boy golly, if she wanted to, she could have been the worst goddamn parent on earth. I mean, so many goddamn parents wanted to smack their kids. Could you imagine if they had the ability to do it anywhere? My boy's simply existing and he's getting backhanded. What did he do to deserve that? Like, he's just being a completely normal guy and he's getting, like, smacked upside the head every which way. Now, I will admit, as someone who's not a fan of that type of parental style, surprisingly, they made me like his mother more than I was expecting after seeing what her quirk was going to be. And I just love the idea that Makoto ends up, performing as his girlfriend, and I'm thinking, my boy in Christ, if she's willing to be your fake girlfriend, you need to seal the deal here. And then I love, too, that when Pop Step comes over, who's just some middle schooler, right? Like, I think she's in her last year of middle school or whatever. The mom's like, why would some young little kid come over? Like, do I need to call Chris Hansen? Like, what the hell's going on here? And they actually had this moment that I thought was really nice. It might be a blink and miss it to a lot of people, but, obviously, our boy has shown infatuation towards Makoto. It's very clear. And she's playing a little hard to get, but she's also shown some signs of, not just simply lust, but also, desire. But the moment when she tells him to go give her a compliment for, coming over, dressing up for him and everything, he catches her, and you see him, like, flustered and embarrassed, and it's not because he's like, oh my god, she's my crush. No, he's someone who just finds it awkward to give praise and compliments, so he's embarrassed. But she's taking it as, oh man, he's going to give me a nice confession. And then he pretty much backhands her and she's like, screw you, bastard. Boy was getting beat left and right. But I love the idea that it shows that, like, he has no interest in her, like, romantically. If anything, there's arguments to be made he might have romantic interest towards Makoto. And even then, it's not guaranteed. He's a man on the job. But if you needed, like, any confirmation that he doesn't see Pop Step in a romantic way, that scene kind of does it. But it was just so good. It was so fun. I was expecting a very simple episode. We have my boy Knuckle Duster come in. He's looking fresh, gives the business card, and I'm like, I love that. He's like, yeah, we clean up the street. And I'm just thinking about Knuckle Duster, right? Early into this show, the man who was giving out the action figures, or he had the action figures, right? Yes, he turned out to be a bad guy, but Knuckle Duster, without, like, a second thought, was like, I'm going to punch this man's face, and if he turns out to be innocent, I'll give him a business card that says, okay, we're just cleaning up the street, don't worry. Like, this is a man who punches first, gets dinner, comes back, and then asks who you are. Like, he's not someone who makes, this man is the best bullshitter, and I love him. I'm not sure if this is the first case. I feel like I want to say there's been one, maybe two other times we've seen an animal with a quirk. But I almost want to say it's the first. Maybe there's only been one other instance in the main show, but I can't remember what it is. You can let me know in the comments. But the idea of a cat having a quirk and turning into Monster Cat Bus was very fun. It was adorable. At one point, so Ignanium comes in and has his crew, right? They're taking the people off the bus. And you have whatever Stretch Armstrong monstrosity. Now, was he a good guy? Yes. But if you were to show me a picture, which one looks like the villain? Between the cat bus and that thing, I would have said the cat bus was the hero. Like, that thing did not look friendly to me. It's a good thing that it had some friendly companions, because I want to trust that shit. And I really like that they avoided dumb misunderstandings. Like, that's one of the biggest compliments I can give this episode. I figured what they were going to do, like most of these shows. Our boy would put on his costume, which is a goddamn hoodie and a bit of a mask. Their costumes suck ass. Like, Popstep has, like, a little bit covering her. Like, your hair has the most distinct hair color known to man. There's no other pink-haired characters in this damn show. And you slightly change it. It's dumb as hell. But I love the idea that immediately the mom's like, son, if you don't stop this, I'm gonna back. Like, she immediately knew that was her dumbass son. So I appreciate that they immediately didn't try to bullshit the mom, and she's like, oh my god, I can trust my son, he's actually a hero. Also, really love the fact that the joke from a couple episodes back where she, you know, does the lie detector, are you the crueler? And he's like, no? Because he's like, that's the dumbest ass thing. Like, I'm the crawler, right? So the idea that she got completely fooled, only to then in this episode immediately know who he is. She once again calls him the crueler, not the crawler, but so she's probably gonna have a conversation like, hey, how'd you lie about that? He's like, I didn't lie, you asked me if I was this person. That is not my identity, damn it. I just love that. I love how they didn't do some dumbass bullshit reasonings and, like, you know, like, I was 40%. I'm not gonna say I overall expected, but I was closer to 50-50 than I would have liked entering that scene where I thought she'd be like, oh my god, is that him? No, it can't be. Like, there's a time and a place for, is that said superhero? I can think of the very, very first Spider-Man movie, Sam Raimi. When Peter kisses Mary Jane, she's like, wait a sec, this mofo kisses like Spider-Man. Time and a place. So happy they didn't try to do that bullshit here. And also, we learned that he can fly. This is also not the first time we've seen a regression in quirks. I love the idea that it's kind of like a fight or flight mode. He ends up quite literally taking flight, and now he's training. He almost kind of looks like a drone when he's like practicing, but I ain't gonna lie, I was not expecting his power to get cooler. So people used to say early into the show that eventually his power would become more useful and more interesting. I thought we already reached that point when he started being able to navigate better. Like when he learned how to turn and stuff from Ignanium. I was like, oh, his power's cool to me at this point. The fact that you add in the potential of flight, even more so. It's still goofy at times, but you can't deny the fact that it's incredibly useful. I mean, we've already seen with Knuckle Duster, you don't need quirks to be throwing hands around, but flight and air hockey puck sliding around the ground definitely helps. Great episode, but yeah, definitely has confirmed that the most dangerous quirk and villain we could ever have had in this show is a mother who can throw hands at any room. She doesn't even need to be in the general proximity. She can just smack your ass, and that's frightening as hell. Let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think of the episode? Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell so you get notified when I upload more. We also have the Patreon where we got the full live reactions over there exclusively. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Mark Orsink, Kobe Jackson, Tyler Counts, Sonny Vang, Caro1808, Backslash, and we also have John Matrix. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You'll have a good one.